Oh, hey, didn't see you there. I've been thinking a lot about crossovers lately, how much they help everything that it connects with. It makes fans of one property like the other. It's mutually beneficial, and it can go along with a beloved trope or something that's like in general liked. It's good for the entire industry. Deep Sea, what are you doing here?
I'm here for the Squid Game crossover.
Where?
I killed the Kraken and stole its offspring.
Is that real?
Yep. See? It's a dead corpse.
Let me get back to you in a second. As I was saying, crossovers are stupid and it ruins fiction's credit score.
Yo, what is happening, YouTube? It is your boy Deep CP, and ladies and gentlemen, I have a very special guest today. It's Fayko.
It is Fayko.
Today, we couldn't really decide on what we wanted to do for a collaboration, and I've known this guy since high school.
Before that, we knew each other in like 3rd grade.
Yeah, we've been friends for a long time, and he started YouTube, and I started YouTube, and was like, hey, let's do a video together.
Let's do a video together. Then 2 years have passed since then.
So we couldn't figure out what to do, and one day I just told him, I said, we got to do something. And this guy came up with an idea. Since we're doing a crossover, why don't we make that the whole premise of the episode? We're going to be drawing franchises. We picked 10 franchises each, and we put them in this jar, made them in little slips of paper. And we're going to take a slip of paper and draw it out. Basically, we're going to pitch our idea for the crossover to the franchise owners.
Okay.
So you're going to go first, and then I'm going to make my version. All right, Fayko, I'm going to shake the jar up.
Shake the jar. Am I going first?
Yes, you're going first.
Ooh, I get that early audience retention. The Suicide Squad and Yu-Gi-Oh! One day, Mr. Yugimoto himself is playing that delightful game of battle monsters, as you may have famously heard in the hit cartoon show Yu-Gi-Oh! That airs on 4Kids tonight at Saturday. No, wait, that was 10 years ago. Never mind.
We're old.
Maybe you are. The holograms have gotten conscious, but here's the thing. They think that whenever they play a card, they're summoning a creature. No, the universe is dragging the already existing thing that's most likely into existence. So Yugi's like, okay, I play this card, it has a shark on it, plays it, King Shark pops out and goes, holy this isn't the DC universe.
This is a PG channel, so we can't swear.
Okay, we are gonna do a little bit of a retake, because this guy over here couldn't stop cussing, and I had to remind him that this was a PG channel.
That's exactly
Don't worry,
right.
I'm looking out for the kids out there.
We run the most jawsome channel on YouTube.
What is
Jawsome, like a shark? Huh?
You're gonna have to do another cut, because I'm about to start cussing again.
Well,
Five Nights at Freddy's and Friday the 13th. Okay, let me tell you about the newest Fazbear location on Crystal Lake. If Jason could be underwater, if Jason could be in space, Jason could be in a Chuck E. Cheese with talking bears haunted by dead children. It works itself out. This is a story where Jason's a hero, though, where he sees these animatronics and he's like, those aren't cool. So it's a story where Jason is fighting the animatronics. This, you want to know what this is called? Five Nights at Freddy's versus Jason.
I like your pitch. I love the enthusiasm. Here's my take on it. So it starts out at Freddy's Fazbear's Pizza, and it's one of the past victims from Camp Crystal Lake. This movie has nothing to do with Jason. It is purely off of a past victim that is trying to make a living at a minimum wage job.
A true horror concept, minimum wage!
And they snap. And it's not the security guard that's the victim in this story. The security guard's the one that snaps, and Freddy's the one having to go hide. So they take on the personification of Jason and start wearing a hockey mask, trying to kill Freddy Fazbear.
I think my Five Nights at Freddy's versus Jason, that's still...
What do we got here? Godzilla from the Monsterverse and Yu-Gi-Oh! You have it start out with Godzilla coming on land. And it's up to Yu-Gi-Oh! And his friends to...
His name's Yugi.
So Japan's being attacked. Yugi and his friends are close by. Godzilla's starting to cause chaos, so he uses his creatures and monsters to fight back. And it's basically just a big kaiju movie with Yu-Gi-Oh monsters and Godzilla.
That's good, but if you saw the real script, you would know it's called King of Games versus Godzilla. Yahtzee tournament with Godzilla and Yugi. That's as far as it goes.
Your turn.
If this gets over 10 likes, we'll do another video.
That's it. Hey, be sure to smash that subscribe button. Go check out his channel. I'm going to put a link in the description. He needs the subscribers. He's got like 3.
I wasn't going to have 4, but I couldn't make too many Google accounts fast. But you know what I can make happen? An Aquaman X Among Us. Hey, quick, you want to see me make editing Preston job harder? Fuck!
Oh my god!
So when I think Aquaman and Among Us, I think of the obvious slow burn romance between the Among Us imposter and Racket that Aquaman controls. It's a slow burn romance, it's an enemy to lovers fan fiction.
Oh
the imposter Among Us is coming by, he's like, oh, I'm gonna take over the ocean. Who's that? And he thinks like, oh, that's someone strong. I have to watch out for them. But he realizes it wasn't intimidation he was feeling, it was attraction.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere, guys. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. For the crossover for Aquaman and Among Us, it's so stupid. I'm thinking instead of it like being based around like the lore of Among Us, it's literally just aliens that resemble the characters from Among Us. And they've come to Earth off of an island in the Pacific. So Aquaman, being at the coastline, attends to see what's going on, and it's these aliens that have invaded. But they seem to make peace at first, but there's the one that changes it all. He's the bad guy and becomes the main villain that Aquaman has to take on and save humanity. Come on, dude. How awesome would that be?
I think I'm gonna pick up smoking after this.
Lilo and Stitch and Pokemon.
Man, we're really making the crossover special that's on every middle schooler's folder.
Yes.
After the raging success of the Among Us, Aquaman, slow burn romance, we gotta step away from that. We're better than that. Stitch comes in, sees a bunch of Pokemon, like, I could take him in a fight, and then it becomes a Pokemon apocalypse where Stitch, taken over by his evil form, it's Lilo and Stitch in a cartoony version of God of War.
Okay.
Of course, Stitch is gonna have the chiseled abs of Kratos.
So you're thinking sexy Stitch? I don't want to see that.
I do.
Alright, so my pitch to Disney and Nintendo is Jumba discovers a parallel Earth that's similar to ours that contains all these creatures. So him and Pleakley, Lilo and Stitch embark on an adventure into the world of Pokemon.
Let me tell you about the next biggest Hollywood blockbuster. Pirates of the Caribbean with One Piece.
What? We actually drew that?
It's actually a good crossover.
What a coincidence. It's almost like it was scripted.
I have never scripted anything in my entire life.
Go subscribe to Fayko. Links in the description. Do it, or I will cause a tsunami that destroys your entire house. If you live in Florida, you're screwed.
You know what Pirates of the Caribbean is in? It's in Kingdom Hearts. Jack Sparrow, Jacksepticeye, whatever his name is.
Top of the morning to you, lad.
Really margarita in here, I kind of good old Jacksepticeye snuck onto Sora's ship, like, oh, I want to see these other worlds. And, you know, it's inevitable Disney's gonna own everything sooner or later. I'm waiting for Disney to be like, hey, good news. We bought the medical industry.
We're in charge of your healthcare.
Imagine you are in dire need of an ambulance, and as they're like, okay, hold on, check his phone. Does he have a Disney Plus subscription? No. And they just drop you. Jack Sparrow sneaks up on Sora's ship. Eventually, Jack Sparrow is like, oh, you want to be the king of pirates? That's me. is that a talking... What is that? And it points to Chopper. We're like, normally Sora is kind of the plot point of the entire world, but Jack Sparrow just trying to figure out if he got drunk and passed out in a wagon somewhere, or if this is real.
My pitch to Disney, it's a Pirates film.
Yeah.
It's all live action. But then as Jack gets further out to sea, there is a ship that fires on him. Jack Sparrow knows this is an act of war.
Yeah.
He's fighting back against this ship, and as he's fighting back, he gets on the top of the crow's nest, looks out onto the ocean, sees that there is another pirate. He has his men ambush their ship. They ambush his, and Captain Sparrow stands at the top of the ship and sees Luffy come down. They get into a match. Jack Sparrow ultimately goes down with the ship. I'm looking at it as an adventure story for Jack, and he nobly goes down, ending the Pirates franchise where it should have years ago.
Luffy really is a hero.
The Suicide Squad and Garfield. So for this crossover, we're going to be setting it at John Arbuckle's house. It's a normal Saturday afternoon. Garfield is picking on Odie, and John's had enough of it. He decides that the next time he hits Odie or knocks him off the counter, he's going to call the cops. Well, he does it again, and he calls the cops. Garfield gets arrested.
I love the concept that John Arbuckle is like, yes, police, my cat's being mean to my dog. And the police officers are like, he's going away.
So they take Garfield to prison. He's in prison. While he's there, Amanda Waller approaches him and tells him that he has an opportunity to lessen his sentence if he joins the Suicide Squad.
How severe was his sentence?
So, Garfield is now a member of the Suicide Squad, and their mission is to take on the newest threat that just hit the city, and it's Nermal, which has been endowed with gamma radiation, and now he's a giant kaiju in that fight. Top that, Fayko.
We are all aware that Garfield Cat is an eldritch horror. And I want you to go worse than Lovecraft. You know who Cthulhu answers to? Answers to Garfield. Every other superhero team got wiped out by Garfield's power. It's Monday. He's at peak performance, and he decided that his hatred for Monday is a hatred for existence itself. So he decided to wipe it out. But there's only one place left. In a mission where you know you're certainly not going to make it, you gotta call a squad that knows they're gonna die. A suicide squad, if you will. They're amping up to do battle against this Garfield that makes New York look like a pimple. How big he is. And King Shark is like, hey dude, would you mind stopping? It's actually Tuesday. He pops down and goes, who's the latest Republican candidate? I gotta vote for them. And then he walks off.
Right here is a real thing, people.
He's a Republican. And Fortnite and SpongeBob SquarePants. So, latest event in Fortnite, it's another like reality shifting thing. I think the black hole event in season 10. The black hole was actually a bubble. And then the bubble goes down. SpongeBob Battle Royale. SpongeBob flosses on Squidward after he shoots him.
That hurts so much. I can actually see Nickelodeon do it! I can't top that. That was beautiful. I'm thinking it's simple. It's literally just an Easter egg. Two of the most famous like humanoid characters on SpongeBob have
Man and Barnacle Boy.
That could work, or Patchy the Pirate and the Cyclops from the original SpongeBob movie. Avatar: The Last Airbender and Naruto. That actually could be cool.
I'm not proposing the crossover. I am proposing a way to bring hype. Somehow mention that Naruto takes place in the future, but the Rasengan that Naruto uses is one of the last pieces of airbending after a lot of bending has evolved to do different things. Just put that in a book somewhere and wait for people to get excited.
I think that the best way to do it would be a one-off, a direct-to-DVD type thing, or a direct-to-TV.
Yeah.
Of Naruto facing off against Aang.
Yeah.
And it's a dimensional tournament battle.
Yeah.
There's an intergalactic alien species, let's say, that abducts both of them and says, we're bored. We need entertainment. Who's the better fighter? Who will last? Some cool clickbait trailer footage. Have them beating each other at one point. make it look like one's gonna beat the other, cut the trailer off, and just have the logo for it pop up.
I like it. Scooby-Doo and Dragon Ball Z.
Ultra Instinct Shaggy has to be in this.
How do you think Goku mastered it? Goku was like, hey, I'm looking for some strong people, and Shaggy was like, well, there's no strong people here. And he's like, let me test that out. And he slings at Freddy, because Freddy, like, looks kind of buff. He's like, let me try this. And then Shaggy just puts his pinky out on Goku's fist while he's like Super Saiyan God Blue. And he just goes, like, you shouldn't have done that, man. Like, just flips his fist, and it just caves in his entire arm. Next mystery we're gonna solve is where we're gonna bury your body, man.
I'm thinking it's an origin story for Ultra Instinct Shaggy. He ended up on Earth, but he has no memory. He landed on Earth during the 1970s. So he was raised up as a stoner, but he ended up hanging out with his friends and blah, blah, blah. But eventually he comes across something that brings up the memory of his past. And this is where he ends up accidentally unleashing his Saiyan abilities. And the gang start to try to solve the mystery on why he's a Saiyan. Last two. The Avengers and Attack on Titan. This one's been done.
It actually has been done.
I think that in this scenario, since we've only got like one anime franchise left, we're going to keep it out. The Avengers just won't make it in this video. We're going to take all the franchises that Fayko did not put in here. We're going to put back into the bowl, and I'm going to let him draw it.
Friday the 13th. There's a whole lot of ways to approach Attack on Titan, but one of the neater ways is a lot of stories will take place like within the walls. What if there is a Attack on Titan's universe of Jason? It isn't a hockey mask. Think of more of an Attack on Titan style mask, and he's holding one of the blades from Attack on Titan, and it's someone who might have the Titan genes within them, but doesn't really quite transform. So he has a healing factor, all that stuff. Since no one quite knows that this is a special type of Titan that's more humanoid than anything else, he's feasibly invincible until they notice him protecting the back of his neck. And that's how they realize that they're not fighting a serial killer, they're fighting a Titan.
I'm going to go along the lines of the more goofy Jason. You pick up like Jason X.
Yeah.
Instead of crash landing, like retcon the entire ending to Jason X. Go to the part where he's in space, gonna crash on Earth, but he just so happens to crash land in the middle of Attack on Titan's universe. And they're fighting Jason X. Maybe at one point Jason discovers that the Titans are killing everybody. He gets jealous. So like Jason starts killing Titans. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that has been 10 crossovers. Fayko, I'm so glad that you came on the channel today.
Oh, it's great to be here.
Thank you so much. I'm going to leave a link in the description. Go check this guy out. If you like anime, video games, anything like that, this dude is your best place to go. One of my closest friends, as well as a great YouTuber. He's actually helped me out quite a bit on this platform, and I really appreciate it. I really do, man. And if you want some more videos from me, I post every Friday at 5 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, guys. Jimmy Buffett said it best.
Jimmy Buffett.
Don't disgrace that man. Do not. I will end you. Be sure to wave in the subscribe button, surf in for notifications, and stay tuned for more buried treasure. That's all for today, guys. Deep Sea Pete out. Catch you on the coast side. Woo!